Are you looking for the perfect blend of culture, community, and strong tranquility? Well, look no further than the Acadiana area, specifically Lafayette, Louisiana. I am Drake Abshire with the solo group at Epic Realty, and I want to tell you guys my 5 favorite suburbs that are outside of Lafayette, Louisiana, because I think they are the absolute best places to live throughout this area, and the communities that are there are strong, vibrant, full of culture, amazing people, amazing food, and I know you and your family would absolutely love it if you make that move here. Like I said, I'm Drake. I'm with the Solos Group at Epic Realty down in South Louisiana. I'm born and raised from this area, and I am your guide to everything from this area that you would need to know if you're looking to buy, sell, new construction. So please remember to like, follow, and subscribe if you are interested, or if you'd like to connect with me and my team, just reach out to us today and we would love to connect with you and show you why it's an amazing place to live. Without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about the top 5 best suburbs in Lafayette area and why they might be a good fit for you. So the first one we are going to start with is, of course, the growing star that everyone has heard about throughout Louisiana, which is Youngsville. Youngsville is actually one of the fastest growing suburbs in the Lafayette area, and a lot of people love it because it is extremely family oriented. There's lots of subdivisions. There is beautiful, vibrant new construction that's happening pretty much everywhere, and so it really gives that hometown small vibe that a lot of people may be looking for. There are a few downsides to the area that some people may want to consider. For instance, the fact that there has been some areas that have been known to be a bit flood prone at times with low lying. There's also roundabouts that are actually throughout the area, and so some people don't love the idea of having to sit at a roundabout when you're waiting for traffic. Generally speaking, it's not the worst thing you've ever seen. It usually deals with when the traffic is the worst. So there's certain directions that you don't want to go during school hours or early in the morning, or the same thing for 5 o'clock traffic. But because of Youngsville being one of the fastest growing cities, a couple of other noteworthy things that it has is it's also known for some of the top rated schools in the area according to a lot of online websites. And then also it has some of the best thriving real estate market that we have in this area. So of course, with all of these things can come with higher density people moving to that area, a lot of people moving, it's growing extremely fast, and then also you can deal with a bit more of the population density starting to rise very quickly. Infrastructure things such as traffic can be a bit more difficult, so as long as you're willing to deal with those types of things for that area, you can also receive the benefits of being there. One of my favorite things about Youngsville is the fact that everything is within reach. It's pretty close and tight-knit, but I love also that they have the sports complex. So this would bring us to suburb number 2, which would be Broussard. Broussard, Louisiana is, you can say, rich with economic prosperity, and also it's very rich in history. It is a older town. It's got a lot of beautiful historic homes that a lot of people love, that have that Louisiana vibe, the front porch. They have that wood siding that you would expect, the oak trees. So there's a lot of history in Broussard, Louisiana, which is pretty amazing. The reason for its economic prosperity that most people would recognize is because of the oil field. The oil field, the oil and gas industry has always been a staple in our area down in South Louisiana, but specifically in Broussard, right along the Highway 90 corridor, there are a ton of businesses for manufacturing, oil and gas. There's even a few tech industry businesses, manufacturing. So because of those things, we are seeing a lot of economic development, families and people that want to live close by. The beautiful thing is that it actually borders right along with Youngsville. So because of that, you really can pick either area if you're working or living in that area, or if you're really specifically wanting your children or your family to attend schools in Youngsville, then Broussard is a very nice alternative because it is right nearby, and then you still get the benefits of being able to live in Broussard and in that area, be close to work, and still be able to access everything. If you're curious about the drive and how long it would take, well, to get back into Lafayette, you're looking at maybe 10-15 minutes maximum, as long as you're not hitting too much traffic or avoiding any types of accidents or anything. But it's really not a far drive or hike to get back into the city, so it's actually a very strategic location, which I think most people do enjoy. Are there things to do in Broussard? Well, I would say most people will find most of the entertainment and the things to do would be all back in Lafayette, but if you're just looking for simple things such as restaurants, place to get coffee, breakfast, there is a zoo, which actually happens to be in Broussard. It's not a huge major zoo, but it's got animals and lots of fun attractions for the family. It's still fun to visit and cool to see, and so of course I know y'all would enjoy it. But there are a few things in Broussard that are there entertainment wise, but I would say for a majority, most of your entertainment and everything you'll be looking for is within Lafayette proper. But because it's close by, it makes it very easy to get there to get everything that you're looking for. As far as the homes go, the prices, everything that you can expect there will really be on par, pretty close to what Youngsville has. There is still a lot of new construction that's coming up. There are some older areas of town, mainly where the city proper is, that does have some ranch style homes or some that are a bit more affordable than some of the new construction that's happening. There is luxury subdivisions that are also well known out there. La Triumph would be one of them. It is actually a golf course that is right within, and it is a country club. It is a beautiful subdivision, but homes that can go all the way up into the millions. It's very exclusive and gated neighborhood. So if that's your vibe, then you can find it in Broussard, which is beautiful. Be close to work, everything right there. But if that's not your vibe, then of course you can find first-time home buyer price homes and homes that are in the lower investment area. So yes, it is still a vibrant and thriving market and may be the right place for you. Brings me to number 3, Carencro, Louisiana. Carencro is just north of I-10. It is on the north side of Lafayette, and it is a newly developing area. So at the time, back when, it used to feel more country. It actually tends to get a bit more hilly in that area, and there's quite not as much city hustle and bustle. You're getting further into the outside and outskirts of the area, but we've seen a lot of major developments, a lot more shopping centers, restaurants coming up. One of the biggest developments that we've had recently that has made it a more thriving market is the Amazon Fulfillment Center. They built a very large facility which has attracted thousands of jobs to the area and has really started to increase the economy in that area. So thank you, Amazon, for helping Louisiana continue to thrive, have jobs. Because of what's happening, we really appreciate the economy thriving and that businesses are still being attracted to our area. They're helping to keep people here, and they're keeping our kids, our new youth that are growing up and looking for jobs. It's helping people to stay here and not feel like they have to travel outside of the area. Really, when you think of Carencro, some people think of it as the heart of Cajun country. I would argue that it's a bit further south that you'll really find the heart of Cajun country, but you will still find great Cajun food and Cajun lifestyle that is there. You'll still find the heavy accents at times of most people that are from Cajun culture. But I definitely think some of the things that you will find is music festivals or different things that are still happening in the area. You have easy access to the interstate because of Carencro's location. I-10, which runs east to west, and then Highway 90, which runs north to, or I-49, which runs north to south, are both really access points right butted up against Carencro. So you really can get to the north side of Louisiana or to either the south sides, which makes it very, very simple to hop on the interstate and travel. So a lot of people don't mind living there because they can get back into the city very quickly by use of the interstate access. But that can also be a downside for some people. If you're living too close, then you can deal with road noise or deal with any hazards or different things that come from living closer to an interstate area. Some of the homes in the different subdivisions that you inspect, yes, there are some new construction and newer properties, but you can find a bit more space, I find, in the Carencro area. Some of the homes are a bit more set apart. They can feel more rural, more trees, a lot less density to the population. So if that's something that you're more interested in, then obviously I would say those areas might suit you a bit better. And then also the traffic is not terrible in Carencro. It is pretty easy to get in and out of and all around. You don't deal with roundabouts or anything of backed up traffic. So currently I would say you definitely have a lot less traffic or any kind of flowing of the interstate happening right there in those areas. So if you don't want to deal with commuter traffic, then that might be the spot for you. And now moving on to number 4, we're going to talk about Scott, Louisiana. So Scott is actually the northwest side of Lafayette. It is actually a newer developing, becoming a hotter area of Lafayette. It's located just off of I-10, and so it has the convenience of being able to jump right onto the interstate. It's located just right on the hair outskirts of town, and it's got new developments that are coming up, new schools that are being built on that side. We're really seeming to run out of room on the east side of town and on that south side of town, so it seems that now we're pushing out west. We have a new subdivision called West Village that has really been very strong in its development. It's got new apartment complexes, it's got grocery stores and entertainment that's been coming up, and so because of this, it makes it a community where you really don't have to leave if you don't want to. Everything is being condensed right there, and the beautiful thing is a lot of it is all brand new. Scott also has a newer library, which has been really great, so if books are your thing, there's a library that's right within your touch, and it's also kind of known as the Boudin capital, believe it or not. If you don't know what Boudin is, it is a casing that has meat and it has rice within it and lots of flavor and seasonings inside. It's spicy, it's really delicious if you've never had it before, and so there's lots of places where you can get Boudin and Cajun food, so I would say there are a few notable restaurants in Scott, but as far as the entertainment goes, I would say really you do your best getting back into Lafayette. If entertainment you're just looking for is really food, then you'll be fine in Scott, but looking for fun and different things to do with the family, you're probably going to do best getting back into Lafayette. As far as the homes go, the homes really can vary. I would say there's not a lot of luxury properties in that area. The most that you would find is just really located in that West Village, that new development that they have, but other than that, homes are very reasonably priced in the Scott area, just depending on the location. You can find some rural areas, but if you get closer into the city, then of course it's going to be older homes that are more densely populated, close together, like city streets, really tight area. So if you are looking for somewhere that's unique, charming, and it has that Cajun flavor and the culture that you're looking for, then maybe Scott is the right one for you. If you have questions, remember you can always DM me. I'd be happy to answer any more questions you may have about the Scott area. Last but not least, we are going to discuss Maurice, Louisiana. It is small. If you blink your eyes, you are going to miss it, but I think it is the next up and coming suburb of Lafayette, Louisiana, and next notable area. It is located just south of Lafayette, and really it's becoming a new hot area for a lot of new subdivisions that are popping up. It is a very short and quick commute to get back into Lafayette, and on the south side, it is located just to the west of Youngsville and borders right along another community, Milton, which has very highly graded and very sought after school districts. So a lot of people do love that area. Some of the new things that are notable is they do have some restaurants. They have a meat market called Abshire Specialty Meats. It is very famous and a lot of people really love going there. I would definitely recommend trying their boudin, their crawfish, or even some of their stuffed chickens. They're world famous for what they have. They are very good, easy to eat too. Just throw it in the oven and they're ready to go. A couple of other things is they have a new coffee shop. They've had a couple restaurants that have opened up inside, and they have a brand new state-of-the-art new news grocery store. It is a locally branded grocery store by Louisiana that is going to be huge, that they are developing in that area, and I know a lot of the residents are very excited. I've seen new medical facilities that have been popping up. There are car dealerships that have popped up in the area, and of course there are all kinds of new subdivisions that are growing and building every single day. So you can find new construction, you can find older construction, you can find properties with plenty of land and space between you and the neighbors. Really, it has a little bit of something for everyone. The one thing I have not seen in high development just yet in Maurice is luxury. So if you are looking for luxury properties, you may find that a bit sparse in that area. There's just not a whole lot of that. But a couple of other things that are notable that you would want to consider is that Maurice is getting to the south side, it's getting closer to the coast. So I have seen in some cases that insurance premiums are a bit higher for homes in the Maurice area. So that is something to keep in mind. One of the things that everyone knows and everyone hates about Maurice is that it is a small town, but it can be a speed trap. The cops are known for actually being jerks and for stopping you if you go even just a mile or two above the speed limit. So if you happen to be passing through Maurice for your commute, make sure you obey the speed laws because they are very quick to jump on you and to give you a speeding ticket. You can note that they are going to be on the highways and they are watching for you. So be on your best behavior. I've been pulled over many times because I used to pass through there when I was younger. Now I know better, and of course I obey, but just something to be aware of and keep in mind. So are you ready to call Lafayette or any of its suburbs home? Well, reach out to me. I am Drake Abshire with the Solux Group and Epic Realty down in South Louisiana. Me and my team would love to be able to help you. Book a call with us. All of my information is in the link in the description. You can give us a call, text, email. We are happy to connect with you and tell you everything about this place and why you would absolutely love it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit that bell and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.